wasilah and tabarak. Alhamdulillah. InshaAllah from our SMC families and videos and posting all about the month of Hajj, the talks of Hajj, the realities of Hajj. Go back into our YouTube channel guys and find the Hajj talks, talk about the reality of tawaf, make the shorts on subject matters pertaining to these holy nights. When we enter into specific holy nights, inshaAllah you can retrieve the posts from other videos and older videos and make more updated reels for this subject matter, because people are seeking now the realities of Hajj. This subject important because this how they fight the tariqahs. Oh, what are you people doing? It's like, excuse me, there's like how many hundreds of millions are wanting to go for Hajj and do everything the tariqah does, but they want to do it once in their life. And they do it, they come back so happy. Imagine going to each of the stations, take photos and come back in their life. Wait, weren't you this guy hugging the Kaaba and kissing all the stones? Weren't you the guy like grabbing on to maqam al-Ibrahim like he was not going to go anywhere? And weren't you the guy who was trying to turn your back in Medina, but you were just kissing the feet of Sdn Ibrahim but turning your back onto Medina to Munawwarah? You've lost your mind. So all the things that people are doing, see how shaitan is fooling with them. And then the tariqah comes and teaches the manners of have respect every day, seek a means every day unto your Lord. Even they ask for the power of the taweez. Somebody recently asked for the power of the taweez. Then what is the reality of the taweez? Is a wasilah and tabarak. That until you understand its reality you don't need to know its reality, but seek a means unto Allah's blessings. We just described all of Kaaba as that, and for $20,000 you get that. So when the people say, why I have to put a taweez on my neck? So why did you go for Kaaba? Why did you drink the water? Why did you pray 2 rakahs here and then go 7 times there? Because that was a wasilah, that was a means in which to receive tabarak. Wasilah without tabarak is, why would you do it? Wasilah means I'm seeking a means towards Allah to draw near, to receive barakah and blessings. So as soon as the awliya give us a taweez to wear, it's a wasilah, seek a means for your protection and to receive blessing. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shaykh Nurjan. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. InshaAllah if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below, the programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans: Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also be so kind as to leave loving comments and please share the stream, every bit counts. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As soon as these blessings come on to the servant, what happens? A luminous light begins to emit from the heart of the servant bi-idhnillah, with the permission of Allah, which pushes away shayateen. If the shaitans get pushed away enough, the servant can have clarity. Because when the devils are too much around, eating the head, the eyes, the heart of a person, it's like a black cloud around them. And as a result of that cloud they're walking the reverse way from heavens, right? Because the shaitan when he gets somebody, have you played the game where they blindfold you and somebody spins you around so you're disoriented? You don't know again which way were you facing, and that's the role of shaitan, is to disorient the servant, spin them and then begin to walk them. But because of negativity and the negativity of the earth and people all around us, what happens when we don't have a wasilah and a means is we find ourselves walking away from the Divine. That becomes dark, that becomes cold, that becomes ignorant, in which the person then becomes hopeless. The mere fact of the ta'weez is to seek a means, like all of the rituals of Hajj and all of Qur'an. All of Qur'an was about seeking a means by an act seek a means. Nabi Musa had to use the asa to part the river. Sayyidina Sulaiman had to have a ring to control the jinn, the ifrit and malaika. Why? Couldn't Allah put that in his heart? But Allah what? I want you to seek a means and be humble, and as a result you have to fight in Allah's way against negativity. If Allah just made it to happen, that would be no fight. Why Allah had to give Sayyidina Sulaiman a ring, Nabi Musa an asa, and throughout the Qur'an are all the examples of wasilah. And now for our life we don't need a wasilah. So as soon as a servant puts on the ta'weez, it's like a ring from heaven. What's the difference? It's a light, and Allah said, take one step towards me and I come 99 steps towards you. Why? The servant must show a sign of humility. As soon as they step in Allah's way, I'm nothing and I put this wasilah upon my heart and my soul that, Ya Rabbi help me, and Allah comes 99 steps towards the servant. Why? And now it's the servant's responsibility to fight in the way of Allah. Means now that light comes to you, you're responsible to keep it. Fight off the badness, fight off the devils, fight off the temptations. So this is then the responsibility of men, that to take these blessings and now fight in the way of Allah against every type of negativity upon ourselves. As soon as we save ourselves, then we focus on saving our family. When we've saved our family, we focus on saving our community. Then we understand the shaykhs and who their real identities are, their responsibility and what Allah has given to them, what Prophet has instilled upon them, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
SubhanAllah Sayyidi, this is to no surprise alhamdulillah. Your entire talk was our first question alhamdulillah. Just for the audience inshaAllah, the first question was, why do people oppose showing respect to Islamic holy relics like ta'weez while all relics like the Kaaba, zamzam water and maqam of Ibrahim emphasizing their reverence?
Alhamdulillah, because we don't make these things up. This whatever signal coming from above comes to the signals of the hearts of people. So with the men whom their hearts radiate on the same signal, then Allah begins to broadcast for us to receive our information and the guidance of our lives. This is the people whom have a frequency that's similar, they gather together. And as a result of gathering together they wait for the ni'mat of Allah to bless their hearts and souls. So alhamdulillah that the people whom their hearts radiating with this frequency and seeking understanding and reality. And for our new people it's important, and I'm sure our guys will come out with the great reels that they do, because these are the ammunition against shayateen. So you can see when people are coming against seeking a means that they're people whom are disconnected, and whatever they're claiming of struggle, it's not in Allah's way, it's completely hizb shaitan. Because anyone Allah describing in that verse 535 is that those people whom are humble, they have consciousness of Allah, their life is a wasilah, and as a result of wasilah they struggle in the way of Allah. Why? Because they're continuously seeking a means to Allah's satisfaction, and they know they don't have it and they know they are not the one. So our life then is to seek where are these blessings in life, to sit amongst them, eat with them, pray with them, learn from them, and to receive that blessing inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, how shaitan was able to tempt Sdn Ibrahim at maqam of iman but not Sdn Isma'il at maqam of ihsan. We learn from your book of Hajj. Inshallah, please, what is the reality behind it?
How shaitan was able to tempt? Well, I think we described that in the book, but that's a whole different talk. That he had his vision to sacrifice his son and he represents the physicality on this example. So, Ati'u Allah, Ati'u Rasul, ulul amri minkum. That Sdn Ibrahim represents the reality of Islam in which you continuously struggle, not that he is but in this reality his example is, these are the principles of our faith, is that if you enter into Islam then Sdn Ibrahim example is every time you get a command you're doubting it. Every time your heart is to do something in Allah's way you said, no, oh I have to give this, no, I have to do that, oh maybe later, until you forgot about it and shaitan made you to forget what Allah asked of you. And that becomes a continuous struggle. So anyone with a big way in Allah's way, of course every time shaitan asks of something they're going to say no, they're not going to do it. Until Sayyidina Ibrahim, the third dream he knew there's no more playing, Allah's commanding him. And as a result Sayyidina Ibrahim began to walk, and that's why we have 3 Jamarat, 3 attacks of shaitan on the Hajj. The first attack was when shaitan tried to cast doubt in the Prophet of Allah's heart that your ilham is incorrect, that what you're thinking is incorrect, have to have doubt. As soon as he goes to the mountain shaitan attacks now Sayyidatuna Hagar, whom is a asiyah, is a captive and the highest level of servanthood. Because then the other people begin to mock Sayyidatuna Hagar that, oh this was the handmaiden of the Prophet, this was no, but this is the highest level of servanthood. Like Sayyidina Sulaiman al-Farsi, that dunya people think a physical title establishes hierarchy in the religion. Because this was the cousins' thought. Every time a Prophet came they say, he's not from our big rabbis, kill the Prophet. And they killed in one day 100 Prophets because they came from a lesser class. Their understanding is your wealth determines your prophecy from Allah. And Tariqah and Islam came and said, no, the highest level of servanthood shows the highest level of cleanliness. Because what is Abdullah? A servant of Allah. Sayyidatuna Hagar was what? Is a person with no free will, complete servanthood to Allah, that her womb was the most purified womb. That's why Allah honoured the nation and the birth of Sdn Isma'il to her holy womb. Because holiness is the one whom is ahsiya, is captive in Allah's way. Because all of Islam is to submit your will. Who submits more than one whom is a captive and has absolutely no will? She was abused by Sayyidatuna Sahra. So the maqam of Sayyidatuna Hagar is an immensely purified and high station in which complete servanthood to Allah and as a result in perfection to the servanthood to the Prophet Sayyidina Ibrahim, the purified womb that would bring the realities of Sayyidina Muhammad and that light of risalat and nubuwwah onto this earth. So that's not a small station, that's the highest station. But remember the cousins, they review everything differently, everything with them is money and status. Their places of worship are based on paying, you pay for the front row. Islam is based on humility. Only the pious come to the front row because they came the earliest by walking to the masjid. Nobody pays for the front row of a masjid. So what happened then? Shaitan came to this holy soul and said that the Prophet has been ordered to sacrifice your son. And she came out and spit on him and said, whatever this Prophet has been ordered to do, my life is samina wa atana. Why? Because of the perfection of servanthood, that Allah didn't send a regular wife for her, sent somebody to be ahsiya. So be what? Completely captive, means no free will and not exhibiting the bad character of free will. All of Islam is what? To destroy the free will and give your will back to Allah. So she represents the perfection of iman. And she told shaitan that whatever Allah has commanded, we are fully in support of Allah. And she did not block him from going any further. And as a result of what? A Prophet of Allah in Islam, in obeying Islam, Allah gives you the perfection of your soul, as Sayyidatina Hajj means if your soul is perfected and your form is disciplined by Islam, what will be born from you? Your own reality will begin to appear, and we describe that in the book. If we follow Islam and I struggle with myself, then the beatific nature of my soul, its reality will come out and it's captivated by Allah. That's what captivated means. It's in love with Allah. It's not captivated by dunya, my soul. So what happens when my soul comes out? It begins to guide me, follow exactly what your Lord has commanded to you, and you follow. And as a result Allah will bring a reality from you which is very youthful, innocent reality, which is maqam al-ihsan. And this is the reality of Imam futuwah, where your inner ihsan comes out and tells you, fight in the way of Allah and don't think again about it. And that's why they have the perfection of faith and yaqeen, in which his reality came out and said, you find me completely ready to sacrifice myself, don't think about it again, go up to the mountain. So who can be defeated when their Islam is perfected, their iman is perfected and their yaqeen is directing them? So this is a powerful nation, it's a powerful reality. Everything is the reverse in dunya. They say everything incorrect and they put titles that are disrespectful because they disrespect Allah, they disrespect the Prophets and they disrespect the nation of Sayyidina Muhammad. But they have something coming, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
What is the importance of Hajj Akbar over a regular Hajj?
It's called Akbar. It has a significance, and those people are scared of Hajj al-Akbar because they think these are the signs of Sayyidina Mahdi. So every time the Hajj is on a day they try to call it on a day that would avoid the Friday to be the day of I think Yawm al-Arafah, which Hajj al-Akbar would be. So this is just something they fear, and these are the blessings of Hajj, having that immense blessings, and the Jummah being the Arafah. From the Jummah they go then to Jabal Rahmah. We did that with Mawlana, we went through the Hajj Akbar where they didn't want to do the prayers, and then Mawlana got into a different way. We did the Jummah at the masjid and then the mountain of Jabal Rahmah, and then we went to the Jabal Rahmah to do the Arafah. How many years ago that was? Some time ago. Alhamdulillah, anything that has to do with Sayyidina Mahdi, these people are very scared. They change it, they try to avoid it, and it tells you how faith is real, the soul is real, and the soul inspires within people that have fear of Allah because His kingdom is coming. And when somebody fears something they don't see, to the extent in which they want to change dates and calendars and do this and do that, there's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. And all that saves people, good character. That's all that's required. Have good character, have compassion and have mercy, and let your Lord guide you to what's correct and what's true. And that's why these are things are important. When we seek a wasilah, that's the reality of humility. Even I put just something upon myself as a sign of humility that I believe my Lord. Allah's then sending all the power, Allah's sending all the lights, Allah's is sending all the angels, say, my servant has taken a step towards belief, dress my servant. My servant has taken a step towards love, bless my servant, because that's all that Allah needed. So what's the daleel in Qur'an? We've said that many times. Nabi Musa said, oh the angels of death are coming, because this nation, toughest nation, didn't want to listen to him one time. And he said, no, now the angels of death are coming tonight. And so what are we supposed to do? He said, we're going to make a sacrifice, take the blood of this sacrifice, mark your door. The angels don't know who to destroy and not to destroy. Do they come with GPS or they have full knowledge from Allah? So then what was the purpose of the act of the blood on the door and marking of the door? It was for the servant to show they believe. Is you have to take an act in which you believe, not say, Allah knows best, Allah knows my belief, I'm not going to listen to the Prophet and mark the door. So these are the realities of ta'weez, these are the realities of wasilah. Till this day they have a misfah on their door. Why? Saying, oh we believe, keep the angel of death away. This is a ta'weez and seeking a means of protection. So this is throughout Qur'an, everything in Qur'an is about a wasilah, that we want to believe, ruqiyah and seeking a means of protection to show our belief. We said before, all of Islamic armament was Qur'an and salawat on Prophet. There was not a space on them that nothing was written. Everything, all their swords with salawats, all their shields with Qur'an and salawat. And ayah specific, inna fatanaka fattan mubinan, all over their helmets, all over everything. Why? Because this is a wasilah for them, this was an immense reality for them. So this is the reality of Islam, the reality of Qur'an, everything. InshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, how does giving money lead to sincerity, and what can someone without wealth do to reach the same sincerity as a wealthy person who gives a lot?
Yeah, it's sacrifice. Everything in life is about a sacrifice. When somebody gives from what they've earned, it's their belief and sacrificing. And by means of their giving they show their belief and they know that nothing is wasted in Allah's way. When the hand is tight, that's why we say when the hand is tight the faith is short, because they think, oh it's going to empty. How it empty? Who brought you onto this earth? Who fed you all this way? Was your cleverness or Allah signed your checks? So nothing is wasted in Allah's way, but it requires faith. And the devil comes to people and puts fear, say, what? It's going to finish, it's going to finish, you're not going to have anything. So this is the servant who wishes to battle fear, that nothing in Allah's way is lost, not even a mustard seed Allah says is not accounted for. So the one whom doesn't have wealth, whatever they have they give in Allah's way, they have time, they have intelligence, they have a service, they have the ability to share clicks, share the articles. Go to the websites, there's 5 different websites. We have our charity site, our store, we have the article site on nurmuhammad.com. Biggest khatmat, take them and start sharing them. Go onto WhatsApp groups, 30,000, 50,000 in the Indian groups, Pakistani groups, and keep sharing the articles of the shaykh. And turn off your comments. These people whom are posting on Facebook, take off your comments so that you don't have all the spam of the people attacking, and you just leave it there because you don't ever check your page. Anybody running social media, there's a system, be diligent, we don't like potato people. People just don't care about anything. If you're going to do this, you do it right. Take off your comments, monitor everything so there's no spamming by all these Wahhabis, and you post and post and post, doesn't cost anybody anything. And this is a sign of sincerity. So there's so many ways to serve, especially with our way in our group. We have people in every aspect of life trying to do something. Only excuse people have is laziness. Even your thumbs we're telling you, just serve with your thumbs and share the articles. They said, oh my thumb is tired, Shaykh, I can't. InshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen bi hurmati Muhammadin Mustafa. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shaykh Nurjan. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. InshaAllah, if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below, the programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans, Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also, be so kind as to leave loving comments, and please share the stream. Every bit counts. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.